Good evening and welcome back to the channel and welcome to the next series on the channel. So guys, we are back. Golden Lap is not going anywhere, sticking around on the channel, and you can see what we are, by the thumbnail, you can see what we are going with here today. So let me just explain things before we jump into the game, before we jump into a new career mode, a new save with Golden Lap. This is the plan. This is the plan. So, I've made it pretty obvious. I want to go for the achievements on Golden Lap. I think there's like 8 or 9 I don't have. In fact, there's 10 I don't have. And these are what they are. Have a team member retire. Finish 5 places higher in the championship than you did the season before. Win with no new parts. 100 podiums, 50 wins, win 3 seasons with the same driver lineup, 50 poles, 50 golden laps, win as one nationality, as like, you know, an entire team of the same nationality, and win with two no-cost drivers, which are pay drivers, zero money for us. Now, I can't do all of those in one save. It's unlikely, and also it's very difficult. It's very difficult. So what we're going to do is we're going to run 2 saves on the channel instead. So Golden Lap was scheduled last season with the season 10 of Night. It was scheduled to go up every 4 days. So a video would go up. There would be 3 days empty. And then the next video would go up. That would give me plenty of time. Is that even correct? That is correct. Okay, just checking. Just checking. And 3 days empty, and then the next video go up. That would give me plenty of time to let the comments appear, you guys commenting. And then I could reply to the comments, or I could go into the press conference and reply in there as well. This is going to be the same with this save, but there's also going to be another save. Now, I won't tell you. Should I tell you? Yes, I will tell you what I'm doing with that other save, so I can explain everything all at once, and then when that other video shows up, you'll be able to see what I'm doing there anyway. So this first save is the Ezzolini save. There will still be running the same schedule. It'll be a video, Ezzolini video, 3 days gap, Ezzolini video. But what's really good about that is, in that 3 days gap, I can go Ezzolini, empty, gap day, and then the other save. And then a gap day, and then Ezzolini, and then a gap day, and it can go like that, and it will just rotate. So there'll be a video, a Golden Lap video, up on the channel every other day. But it will rotate between the saves, quite simply. The other save I'm going to run, I'm going to say it now. I'm going to say it because I may as well, to explain what I'm doing with the trophies. That's going to be a LeBron save. So that other save will be LeBron. And the reason I'm running the 2 saves is to give myself more of an opportunity to get the trophies, get the achievements that I want to get. So let me go through each achievement and then explain. Okay, no. Yeah, I need to explain first, really. So have a team member retire. That can be either save, Ezzolini or LeBron. That can be either save. If we keep a driver long enough, one of the driver lineup we have will eventually retire, or a engineer or something. So that's fine. That's not really one I actively have to work towards. It will just happen, which is great. Finish 5 places higher. That's a little bit more difficult, because that would require me to go from, let's say, finish 5 places high, 10th to 5th. So finishing at the bottom to 5th, which it kind of means you need to have a really bad first season and then a really good season after that. So finishing 9th in the championship, and then suddenly next season you're in the points regularly and you can finish 4th or 3rd or something like that. That's a difficult one to really work for without, you know, cheating, basically. I'll say what it is. I'll call a spade without cheating and deliberately saying, okay, I'm going to crash out for an entire season. I'm going to DNF. I'm going to make like a pit stop every lap to come last. And then the next season I'll be better. Obviously, the next season you're going to be last to pick your drivers and all of that. So that's one you could manufacture. I don't want to do that. So this Ezzolini save, which is what we're going to currently play in on today's episode, that's good. We're going to think about that one here. And the reason we're going to think about that one here is because win with the 2 no-cost drivers is also what we're going to try and do with Ezzolini. Okay? So, we're going to go with 2 no-cost drivers. They're going to cost no money. But we are going to build parts like you would not believe. We are Ezzolini, so we are going to be predicted position 1. We're going to go crazy with it. And we're going to try and win as much as we can. But in that first season, we're not going to build parts in the first season, because that would actually give us more of a chance of winning races. We're going to kind of keep an eye on that finish 5 places higher. We're going to save all of our money. And then we're going to go absolutely bonkers in Season 2 with our no-cost drivers and try and win big in Season 2. So that's the plan. Season 1 will be a little bit of a waiting game. It may not be the most fun to watch. Hopefully it still will be. I hope. But that's the plan with that. On top of that, I'm also going to, with the no-cost drivers, with the Ezzolini, I'm actually going to pick the 2 Italian drivers, Antonios, because then I'm putting, like, I've got a chance of winning with 1 nationality with this save as well. So I've got a bit of a chance to do both. Now, the other trophies, like 100 podiums, 50 wins, 50 poles, 50 golden laps, again, they're not ones I need to actively work towards. Over the course of 1 save, you could get that quite easily. I mean, I'm probably almost... those achievements are probably going to pop rather soon. I don't know when, but they will. Which only leaves me with win a season with no new parts. And that is what we're going to try and do with LeBron. On top of that, we're also going to pick British drivers with LeBron. Because Ezzolini, more or less, they're going to pick Moretti and Mack. We know that. Which means that with LeBron, I'm going to be able to try and go for no new parts, win as 1 nationality, it will be British, and on top of that, it'll also be win 3 seasons with the same drivers. We're going to try and do that. That one goes to both. So I'm splitting it up. And obviously this is a long intro to the episode, and the last thing I actually need to let you know of is every episode will have 2 races as well. So I'm just going to leave that there. Every episode, 2 races. Both saves. So it will still be 10 races in a season. And it will still be 10 episodes. But, like, across both saves. But each season will only have 5 episodes. And it will be 2 races per episode. So there we go. Which means longer episodes. They're going to be about an hour. They're going to be longer than an hour. This episode's probably going to be about an hour 30. I don't know. But hopefully you guys enjoy it. Okay, there we go. That's the explaining done. I don't think I'll do all the explaining in the LeBron video. That'll come out in 2 days' time. And you'll be able to see how both saves progress at the same time. Hopefully, we can get all of these achievements in these 2 saves. Without manufacturing anything. But we shall see. I mean, in a way, I suppose I am manufacturing it with Ezzolini by not building parts, by picking the no-cost drivers. But also not really, because it's just the strategy of saving my money. And let's be honest, Formula 1 teams actively do this. If they get to a certain point in the season and they go, okay, we're not competing for the championship, we're going to put all of our resources into next year's car. That means this year's car suffers a little bit. That is a strategy that is actively used. So I don't feel like that is manufacturing anything. That is genuinely just playing the game. I hope you guys agree. Anyway, that's enough chat. That's enough preamble. Ezzolini, race 1 and race 2 here today. Let's read the intro. Predicted position of 1 as well. I don't see that happening. I'll be honest. Powerful, iconic red. Affectionately known as Il Cavallo Veloce. Maybe. Ezzolini is historically the most successful and longest lasting team in the sport, earning win after win since its very first season. Ezzolini is known for its passionate fans, brutal management style, and innovations like using excess engine heat to power an in-cockpit espresso machine to keep the car cool and prevent drivers from pitting for a cafe. Interesting. Interesting. Now, of course, with Knight, I didn't do any sabotaging. I didn't do any sneaky stuff. There's nothing to say I won't with these 2 saves. Let's go. So we're going to pick our team first. We're going to go with a balanced car. In fact, do we want to go with a conservative car and again, just keep the money? We're going to do that. We're going to, it's all about saving money. It's all about saving the money. So we've got Alessandro Rinaldi, who is privateer, a jerk. I don't really like that. Efficient. So it's got to be Romano and Vitali. It's got to be the Antonios. It has to be. They don't cost any money. They're both, rich parents. Great. Silkworms. So they're going to work the tyres. And they're patriotic. So when we drive in Italy, they're going to have a great old time. If I don't get Alberto Neri now, someone else will get him. And I think getting him now will allow us better chances of winning the championship later down the line. So that's what we're going to do. Yes, he's early career. We've got to get him. And he's Italian. We're going with the Italian team as well. So Renata Pane or Nera Latella, Italians. Okay. Risk taker. Oh, no, I don't like that. Fuel strategist. Renata Pane. Car parts have their minimum increased by 10. Oh, neither of those are particularly good, but there's no other Italian options. I don't want parts to fail because that could actually end our race. Whereas a slow pit stop, that won't end the race. So that is the team we are going with. Antonio Romano, Antonio Vitali, Alberto Neri, and Nera Latella. We are an Italian force, an Italian team with a conservative car because we are saving our money. Let us go. Let's see who has been picked across the board for the other teams. So LeBron have gone with, look at that. Yeah, what a surprise. LeBron have gone with Levi Mack and Luigi Moretti. I'm not surprised. I can't possibly be surprised with that one. James Pope and Claude Deschamps. Now, who's driving for the Chapmans? You've got Toro Maldonado and Gabriel Larousse, Andre Picard and Ralph Hamburger. For the Waylands, you've got Luana Lovera, Felix Laframboise, Finn Wheelwright and Javalainen. Piet Siliers and Jan Schaub in the Hemlock. Villalba and Kukkonen in the Pope. Steiner and Rosenqvist in the Bancroft. Rodney Campbell and Davy Fonseca in the Vernier. Mario Acosta, Christoph Fischer, Artie von Heim and Carlos Rodriguez. So of course, lots of drivers we know about. Lots of drivers who have driven for Knight in our previous save, which was Artie von Heim, of course, Piet Siliers, of course, Luana Lovera, of course, Larousse as well, of course, and of course, the two Antonios that we are running here today. So I don't expect us to be getting a lot of money this season, but we're not going to be upgrading the car. We're going to try and save this season. We start at Stretto. We start in Imola, which is great for our patriotic drivers. And we're going to save as much money as we possibly can this season. Our car is a 2188. A quick check shows that a 2188. That's the team we're going with. The standings are all at 0. Let's get into the first race. In fact, the first quali. So, Martin Moignot of Team Knight is invigorated. Rossingvisk, party too hard. Okay. So, what I might do is I might run qualifying at 4 times speed, just to try and speed up the recordings a little bit. I don't want every episode to be an hour and a half. That's a lot of recording, and it's also a lot of, for you guys to watch. It might be too much. I don't want to do too much, basically. But that is a solid start. 10th and 18th. Well, that's not the best start, but Romano is saying stuck behind Albert Steiner, so that's going to cost a little bit of time. Of course, Mack and Moretti at the front, no surprise there. Our weakest part, actually, they're all relatively the same here, so we're just going to go with the best options available to us. And yeah, we don't start too badly. That's okay. That's 31. Yeah, that's 31 for a first tuning session. Let's see what we can do in our second. $27. Okay, not too bad. Alright, we're going to send them out for their second laps. And times 4 speed. So this is in the hope that we can just kind of speed up the recording a little bit. But we're going to save our money this season. Now, you guys might kind of think of that and look at that and be like, this is going to be one heck of a boring season. We're going to be at the back a lot, not really competing. You might be right. But it does mean if we put in the time this season, we kind of suffer a little bit this season, we can bounce back next season and go big. And I do mean that. We can go big next season with a lot of money in the bank, a lot of upgrades, a lot of kind of good parts on the car, and we can work hard with our drivers. We want to keep our drivers. We want to try and win with the no-cost drivers. If we keep bringing the car to a good level, I'm sure they can still compete. I'm sure they can. And then with LeBron in the other save, that's going to be the British attempt. Oh, Vitali's in the zone, but the yellow flag is going to make them... No, why couldn't you stay out? I missed Romano, trying to keep Romano out there. Okay, so you're going to tune up. That's fine, we can tune up here. And let's try and get this golden tune done. Oh, that's what we like to see. That's what we like to see. Okay. I'm genuinely quite excited about this whole the 2 saves. I think I've put the thought into it. I've worked out what's going to be good. But what is happening here? What is going on? Vitali's gone super slow because he got caught in traffic. All right, let's go for... Okay. Yeah, like I say, sorry guys, I do that all the time. I get distracted halfway through a sentence. I'm quite excited about the 2 saves, running both saves alongside each other and hopefully progressing at a good rate through the saves. And when we get those achievements, it's really gonna feel like an achievement. We're gonna have put the time in to make these 2 teams as competitive as we can, but over the course of multiple seasons. And with 2 races per episode, then everything is gonna speed up. We're gonna progress relatively quickly. No, there's no way. How has that happened? The chance of it being 12, and it was. Alright, so I mean, we're 5th and 6th right now. Okay, no, that just changed real quickly. We're 8th and 11th right now. That I got humbled real quick there. 42-17. I don't think we're going to get the golden... We got... maybe have to focus up on one of the parts on those cars. Nine and 10's okay. Obviously, over the course of this season, I would expect us to quite slowly move backwards in terms of we're not going to be upgrading the car. We're going to be saving our money as much as we possibly can. So the other teams are going to get faster and we're going to fall back. But I'm not really worried about it because it just means that next season we're going to have extra money. We might be further down in the standings, and then we can try and go for that 5th place trophy as well. So we're playing the long game. We're playing the long game. That's all we're doing. That's all we're really after. All right, let's try and get... There we go. That's lovely. Can we get... Nope. We needed that 9 to click over. That would have done it. Send them out. 8 and 13 right now is quite curious. Okay, let's just try and get this done. Oh, we're leaving 3 tuning points out there. Oh, Romano's in the zone here, in 14th, on green sectors, and... Ooh, all the way up to 7th. That's pretty freaking good. I'm impressed. Moretti and Laframboise and Cilliers make up the top 3. That's interesting. That is interesting. Even the Knights in 15 and 16. Gonna have to keep an eye on the Knights, of course. It's the old team. Oh, it's gonna start with a wet race. So we're gonna start on the Inters, no? These guys aren't the best drivers, so I'm not going to tell them to push at the start here. In fact, I don't really want to burn our parts and make us have to upgrade and kind of get our parts recovered either. So I don't really want to burn all that much anyway. These races are genuinely going to be a little bit of a just like kind of see what happens, see what they can do, see what we can do strategy-wise. Of course, they can push if they're in the zone. And we'll still... That's the thing, I want to save the money, so I don't want to push the engines on track either. I'm trying to think big picture. Oh, Romano's in the zone, so that can be a push. That will give us some agency in the races. Drivers can still push if they're in the zone. And obviously, with pit stops, we might get some good pit stop strategies running our way anyway. Moretti is absolutely flying. 8 seconds down the road already. It's not a surprise, you know. If we had Moretti and Levi Mack, I reckon we'd be running at the front as well. Oh, Romano's in the zone again. Let's go. I feel like you guys can tell. You know, we're on the 2x speed from the start. We're not really burning fuel. We're not really worrying too much about what's actually happening. This season is about just getting to the end of the season, keeping our drivers as well, not losing our drivers by making silly errors. So they can push for 1 lap, but that's it. No more than that. And even then, we might get some, you know, some DNFs or some crashes or whatever. But ultimately, that's all this season's going to be about. It's going to be about playing the long game, playing the waiting game, and being sensible about things. The LeBron season, that's going to be different. That's going to be very different. That's going to be about winning. Like, from race 1, winning. Spending our money. Getting some quick drivers. It's going to have to be Paul Woods and Tim Morstan, I think. Because I think they are the best British drivers at the beginning of any save. I think. I might be wrong on that, so we'll find out when I record the LeBron episode. But yeah, that'll be very different. The Ezzolini races will be potentially a bit of a chance to just kind of chill out and chat some rubbish. Oh, a puncture for LaRousse from 4th. That kind of sucks. Down to 6th, down to 7th, down to 8th. It's going to be a pit stop and down to, oh my word, 14th, 13th, all the way back to 12th already. Wow. So we're in the points right now because of that. I don't think we'll be in the points indefinitely, but we are going to try and extend these tyres so that we don't have to pit again for wet weather tyres. If we can stay out, or I don't know, let's check. No, I don't want to pit. I'm going to play the long game here. I'm going to play the long game. So we're not going to push any tyres from now on. We're going to extend these tyres. Oh, Rosenqvist with a slow stop is good for Romano. Look at the LeBrons, 1 and 2 right now, competing at the top. So I just want to check. It is slowly moving. The weather it's slowly coming down. Oh, we've gained a sub. I love that. Thank you so much, whomever you are. We're at 924 now. That is incredible. If you've left a comment or something, I would definitely get to it. Okay, how about now? How's the pit looking now? Yeah, it's definitely coming down. It's definitely moving across. So we're going to go for a 1-stop here. We're going to keep the inters on as long as we as long as we possibly can. I do apologize. And then go for a 1-stop, bring out the hard tires and just go to the end and see what we can do strategically. It's not going to be, it's not going to be the most exciting race, but it is going to be a race. And we are running in the points right now, so I'm quite happy with that. Not there just yet. We're going to really have to extend these tyres. 10 and 13, however, the 1-stop might get us points. And as much as I say, like, look, we're playing the long game, we're worrying about next season more than this season, I still want to finish in the points every now and then. I don't want to have 0 points after 8 races, like, that's not fun. That's not fun for anybody. I still want to try and pick up a point here or there where we can. And if that means driving a strategic race rather than perhaps the quickest race, that's what we'll do. I mean, look at that train there. Look at that. Lots of cars going for 1 position in the points there, with Villalba a little bit further up the road. Okay, it's going to have to be now because these tyres are absolutely falling off. So we're going to go straight onto the hard tyre. Oh, wait, no. Yeah, oh, yeah, no, it'll be the hard tyre. The medium will not make it all the way. And yeah, that's what we're going to do. We're a little bit early on that hard tire. We're running 16 and 18. Make that 19, because I'm going to guess Campbell is in there. Yes, he is. Oh, wow. We are very slow. Okay, we were actually way too early on this. It is what it is. It is what it is. We'll make up time. And trying to extend those inters has obviously not worked. So, not a great start to the season. Running dead last. Oof. Well, you never know. There might be a DNF somewhere. And then when those cars up ahead do pit, you know, we'll make a little something back. Our lap times are about 15 seconds slower than everyone else at the minute. But we are speeding up. Yeah, we are speeding up. That's fine. Alright, can we beat the Verniers? Can we beat the Popes? No. Which one's which? I can't remember. Again, I always get this confused. Can we finish 17s? Because they're going to have to start pitting soon. And we are speeding up. We are definitely speeding up. Wow, that was a terrible decision, honestly. On the hard tyre, way too early. Maybe like 5 or 6 laps too early. Bad for me. And look at that, they're all going onto those soft weather tyres now. Dry tyres. There is still genuinely a chance we do get some time back here. Yeah, we're only 22 seconds off. Go and chase them down. They haven't pitted yet. They're still on their inters. Interesting. Interesting. Okay, so while our gap is still at 23 and it hasn't really come down, the gap in front is coming down. And those guys who are still on their inters are going to have to pit. And it looks like a lot of them are now pitting. Not all of them, though. And again, look at that. That gap is coming down. So while our gap is still here, that gap ahead is coming down. And there we go. There's the 15 in. So that's Campbell. With a very slow pit stop, which means we are now 18 and 19. We're not at the back. Make that 17, and it's another slow pit stop for Fonseca. I mean, we were literally on the wrong tyre, and we are still quicker than the team at the back, like the bottom team. Make it make sense. And we're only 21 seconds off the cars ahead of us. 22 with Vitali. I mean, if Vitali focuses up, I'll tell him to push. Oh, Romano, you can have a push. Well, I made a strategic mess up on 100%. I made an error. I went onto those hard tyres. I tried to one-stop it. We probably could have if we had maybe extended those tyres earlier rather than pushing on some of those laps. It is what it is, guys. And we've got another race. So I can instantly redeem myself in race 2 of this episode. And that is what I'm going to try and do. Oh, there we go. Campbell got Romano. But I reckon Romano could get him back. I reckon. Track's getting too wet. You're literally on the last lap. What do you mean? Oh my word, Levi Max DNF'd. But we won't actually get those positions because we were a lap down. So no points. Levi Mack takes 6 points despite DNFing because he was a lap up on so many other cars. We are fighting the Verniers at the bottom. Well done to the team. I mean, I like that when there's Luana Lovera, second place. Well played. Not a great start. It's not a bother. We're going to click through. We're going to get some... We're going to golden tune the chassis. We are building our money. That's all we are focused on. That is all we are worried about. Let's go straight into the next race. Straight into the next quali. Artie von Heim, you're partying too hard. Mario Acosta. Why are these... Vitali, what are you playing at? We came 9th out of all the teams in the last race. And you're out there partying? Come on now. Wake up. That's ridiculous. Okay, we've started 10 and 11 after the first laps have gone. We're going to focus on the chassis because we want the money. And we get 26 points. Same over here. We focus up on the chassis. 45. That's it. That's how you do it. I won the extra money from the sponsor challenge, which is golden tune the chassis on one of your cars. It's only $2. I want it. I want the $2. I want us to have the absolute bank account for next season. And again, we are 10 and 11. We're running absolutely fine. I don't want to not spend the points. They're still there to be spent. Nice. Look at that. Golden tune straight away. Only took us 2 sessions to get that tune. And that guarantees the money that I want. I think if I had not made that error and put us on the hard tyre too early in that last race, we probably would have got maybe like 1 car in the points. I want to say. I think so. Nice. Nice. Okay. This looks like a power track, I'll be honest. So we're going to focus on the engine. I mean, it does have a lot of kind of, you know, turns rather than outright corners. But it's just it's very quick, isn't it? So no, it's doing it again. I wasn't quick enough. I still want them to set the lap time. Okay, still focused up on that engine. Send the car out straight away. Yeah, we're going to focus up on the engine. Let's go. Two points left to spend down there as well. May as well do it. we really haven't been able to put in like an actual solid fast lap. It feels like the yellow flag kind of, that's why we're so low down right now. But if we can get a couple of laps in now with some genuine speed, there we go, back up to 6th. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I meant. And Vitali actually... Oh, Vitali's up there. Whoa, that took a second. 6th and 7th. There we go. That's exactly what I mean. Like, we are quick. We can be quick. We can compete. And even though I'm running the quali sessions faster to try and get us to the race, you know, I still want us to do well. I'm not just throwing races. Even then, we're kind of getting a little bit shafted on the numbers. Everyone else has gone quick. We've moved down. Romano goes back up to 10th. That's how it's going to be. It's just going to be a constant, like merry-go-round. Let's try and get this engine done. These are terrible. What is this? Okay, we just about get it, but there was no big numbers headed my way there. No chance to go big and put in a really good tuning session. There we go, like this. This is what I mean. Like, to put in some big numbers. Oh, we're so lucky. That one actually fell down. Golden tune, Antonio Vitali. Go and make the most of it. This is your last flying lap. Go and see what you can do. Romano is up into 11th. Vitali, I'm going to say 6th. 9th. Only 9th. And Romano, you will actually be able to put in one last lap, I think. But he can't focus up. Let's see what he can do. Green sectors is good. Up into 8th. Very nice. Very nice. Yeah. Okay, let's try and get some points. I feel like, obviously, made a big error in the last race. And it cost us big time. Yeah, medium, trying to line up to get on the inters and then onto the wets. Yeah, I think so. Okay, we're going to watch the start this time. I didn't really watch the start last time. I would like to. And Romano, we went 8 and 11 at the start. We are 6 and 11 after the first corner. Have lost a position there. 7 and 11 now. Oh, that's another position gone. Let's open up that gap. Okay, 8 and 11. Okay, well, 9 and 12 now. But this is more or less where we expect to be. You know, this is where we were running last race before I made a silly tyre choice error. Oh, Vitali. Oh, whoa, what's going on? Oh, what on earth? This is what can happen. I've literally done nothing there to cause that. And on the 4th lap of the race, Romano has sent it. And that's his race done. That is his race done. So now it's just Vitali. Going from now to the end, trying to make these medium tyres last until we move on to the inters. And let's see if we can get Vitali some points. Come on. We can get some, surely. Yellow flag is got a minute, even less now, half a minute to go. Plenty of laps to go. We're in 11th. We might lose some positions, but we'll get them back with our strategy. Hopefully this time, not me being terrible and making bad tyre decisions. We're going to time it better. We're going to time it better today. The rain is coming down. The lap times are going to slow down pretty rapidly. Okay, we're into 9th right now. Other cars are making pit stops and going into another pair of set of soft dry tires. That's not what we... Oh, Lavera's gone onto the Inters. Are other cars going onto the Inters? No. Okay, so Lavera's gone early. I'm not going to risk it. I've been burned once. I made that error last race. We tried to extend our wet weather tyres, and then I got burned, and we almost finished at the very back of the grid. We're not going to do that this time. Even though it does look like Lavera's not really losing that much pace. So maybe they made a good decision. Yeah, maybe they did. Okay, is it Inter's time yet? Not yet. I'm going to give it maybe 2 laps. 2 laps and that will tell us. Because Lavera's pace is good, but of course Lavera is pushing and burning. So it is coming with a little bit of risk. Are the cars in front of us going onto Inters? Yes, they are. Okay, so we're going to run... We're going to drive this next lap. And now we will pit onto the Inters. Because I don't think there's a chance of us kind of using the dry weather tyres while the Inter window is there. And then going straight to the wets. It's got to be very, very sudden, heavy rain in order to do that. I don't think we are going to be able to. Okay, we have dropped all the way down to 16th. No, 15th. But we're on the Inters. There are cars ahead who obviously are going to pit. Well, no, we are 16th. But there we go. We are back to 13th. Vitali, you can have a push if you're in the zone. Okay. Wow, slow stops everywhere. And we are running in the points as things stand. In the zone again. Okay. In the zone again. Okay, I can give you another lap because I was a bit late on the first command to push. Now we'll calm it down. Good, good. Righto, so these tyres aren't going to go to the end. We're going to have to pit for some wets at some point. Oh, looks like Felix Laframboise, Wayland. The chassis has failed. They're going to have to retire. That means, again, potentially more points. We're in 8th. We are in 8th. We are being lapped. Yes, that's happening. But onwards we go. There's points available here. There's points available. Provided we drive. Just a good sensible race here. From here to the end. In fact, I don't even really want to push Vitali and risk losing my other driver. Because we lost Romano and that wasn't even on a push. That wasn't on a burn or anything. It was just complete RNG. We lost the tyre. The driver. And, well, I suppose, and the tyres as well. Vitali's in the zone. Luana Lovera has gone early onto the wet. And I want to see what Lovera's lap time is going to be. If it's in the one... Yep, she's quick. But we are still a bit early. Just a little bit. So a couple more laps. We know it is good for wet weather tyre right now, but a couple more laps. I don't want to waste rubber, so to speak. Okay, let's have a quick check now. There we go. Good. Good, good. I've just thought of something that is probably going to be commented. If we are at the back of the race like we were last race, I should have pitted again and done a fix on all the parts. That will save us even more money. Because then we won't have to spend money on upgrades to get the reliability back. We can just do it on track. Yeah, that's definitely something we'll do. Okay, we're running in 10th, but there are 1, 2, 3, 4 cars ahead of us who are still running on, you know, half burned out inters, including Villalba and Rodriguez, who are just ahead of us. Unless, of course, Vitali can get the move done on track, we can just wait for them to lose the go and pit. No, we've got the move done on track. Well done, Vitali. That might just be our first actual genuine overtake on track. Well done. And now Artie von Heim needs to pit. Villalba is the car behind us, I actually think. And that car is 25 seconds back. There isn't much of a chance of us catching Piet Siliers. If there is a DNF ahead of us, we will pick up extra points. But I'm very, very content with an 8th place finish, all things considered. Especially considering what... It was my fault in the first race. It was my bad. So considering, all things considered, like I say, I'll take an 8th place and we'll come home with 4 points, I think. Only 7 laps to go. I am tempted to speed up the race here, but no. I'm just going to watch. I'm just going to watch us as we finish this up. Yeah, we're being lapped. I don't care. The gap to Siliers is 49 seconds, but the gap to Villalba is more important. That's only 21 seconds. Oh, Kekkonen's... Oh, but Kekkonen is behind us. So we don't gain anything from that DNF, unfortunately. Times 4 to get through this yellow flag period. In fact, the race might end under yellow flags. I think it will. Actually, no. I think we get half a lap. And 8th place is indeed where we finish. So we have indeed picked up our first points of the save after a terrible first race. My fault entirely. We have made up for it with a nice finish. But look at that. We're instantly, just because of that, we are into 5th. Which means that if we were to get the trophy of finishing 5 places better, we'd have to... We can't. 1 place better, 2 place better, 3 place better, 4 place better. We cannot. We do take $8 though, which is very nice. Very, very nice indeed. All right, we've done well. We've picked up some points. We're 6th in the standings. Are we? Ah, right. Yes. We were 5th in that race. We are 6th in the standings. Bancroft, Vernier, and Knight, the only teams that haven't picked up points now. But like I say, guys, as other teams are upgrading their car and they're building new parts and things like that, our car is going to fall back even further. So like I say, I'm not worried about it. Hopefully you guys aren't going to get bored with it and me repeating myself to a certain extent. We're just going to save money. We're thinking about Season 2. That's what we're thinking about. With the LeBron save, like I say, that is about winning from race 1. Ezzolini save, a little bit different. Either way, thank you for watching, guys. I do hope you've enjoyed it. I do hope you're, on board with the plan that I've kind of thought up about getting the achievements, having the 2 saves running, 2 races per episode, and more frequent episodes of Golden Lap as well. Because I've got a little bit of, a feeling I can get it done. If the schedule proves a little bit too much for me, fine, I'll spread the videos out a little bit further. But I think we'll be okay. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed. Until next time.